On guys, and today I wanted to talk about the Toronto Raptors. Shout out Gilbert McGregor of NBA.com for this information. The Toronto Raptors started the new year finally at full strength for the first time in the 2021 to 2022 NBA season. Jesus, it took 33 games for the Toronto Raptors to have a full rotation available to speak how impressive this team looked, just being one game under 500. So, with everyone available, all eyes are on head coach Nick Nurse's decisions with his lineups and rotations, which I believe Nick Nurse is one of the best head coaches in the NBA, and he has a chance to have insane variations of lineups. So before we start today's video, if you're a Raptors fan, NBA fan, my fan of the channel, I want to hear those stats down below in the comment section. Like and subscribe to help the channel grow, almost at 5K. But either way, guys, to start, Nick Nurse opted to go with Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, and Pascal Siakam. A small ball unit that did not feature a traditional center. Ahead of the game, Nurse admitted that the five would not start in every game, but acknowledged his hopes of their team being the best defensive unit in that rotation. Though, a true center, Kem Birch, gave Toronto a more traditional look in nearly all of his 19 minutes he played for them this past Sunday, and the other 29 minutes were mostly about non-traditional lineups, which adds to the intrigue of what the Raptors can be at full strength as the season continues to go on and going into the playoffs, which I believe this team will be. If you came to hear about the non-center starting lineups, you should stay for the non-point guard lineup of Siakam, Trent, Anunoby, Chris Boucher, and Precious Achiuwa. Okay, that is size. That's like 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 6'9", and like 6'11" right there. That is big boys, okay? And I can only imagine as more times maybe they switch out Gary Trent for Scotty Barnes, which would be another like 6'9" guy in that lineup, meaning Anunoby technically would be the shortest guy. While Siakam serves as the primary playmaker when they do run that five of Siakam, Trent, Anunoby, Boucher, and Achiuwa, Nurse also employed a non-traditional look in which Barnes serves as the primary playmaker alongside OG Anunoby, Chris Boucher, Precious Achiuwa, and Svi Mikhailiuk. Okay, and Nurse's experimentation speaks to the versatility of both Barnes and Siakam, who have thrived as a playmaker of late, averaging 7.3 assists per game since his return from the health and safety protocols. Okay, not only is playmaking allowing Toronto's versatile forwards beneficially in their non-traditional lineups, but it also has an effect in their more traditional looks. It allows VanVleet to play more off-ball, as he's been accustomed to doing when he shared the backcourt with Kyle Lowry for 5 years. As the Raptors' primary ball handler, VanVleet is having a career year worthy of an all-star consideration, and having the opportunity to play off of Barnes and Siakam in spots allows VanVleet to even be better than he already has been, and he's admitted that after games, okay? And look, this season, VanVleet is hitting 48.4% of his catch-and-shoot three-point attempts, while making up over half of those shots from beyond the arc, just his shot total, like field goal total, are mainly three-pointers. And to bring this full circle, not only does this five-man unit of VanVleet, Trent, Anunoby, Barnes, and Siakam boast a terrifying defensive presence, each member of the five continues to grow offensively, which makes it difficult to put a cap on the unit's potential. The way in which the Raptors roster is constructed means the same could be said for a number of different five-man looks. I just butchered that sentence, I feel like. With the team now at full strength, the full part will be watching this team's experimentation and how each lineup takes form. Yuta Watanabe and Svi Mikhailiuk have entered the health and safety protocol before their match against the Spurs, and Chris Boucher is now the only Raptors regular who has not entered the health and safety protocol, showing how the virus has impacted Toronto. Mikhailiuk is averaging about 7 points per game while shooting 32% from three. While that isn't earth-shattering production, the lack of guard depth may force Nick Nurse to get unusually creative with his rotations for the next few games in order to replace his ability to stroke it from deep. Watanabe is averaging about 7.6 points and 4.3 rebounds per game, and punctuated a big-time 26.13 rebounding game against the Cavs when they had a bunch of absences. So he'll be the bigger loss out of the two, as his versatility and defensive effort is kind of hard to match, you know? But with that being said, the league's COVID-19 protocol has been altered since the first few league-wide outbreaks, meaning that asymptomatic players can return in 6 days of missing action, rather than the old guideline of 10. So, hey, they could both be back by January 11th. So that's the video, guys. Like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Hope you guys did enjoy it. let's go Raps, you know? Sorry if I butchered any sentences. End of the video game. Buzz.